Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hashtag True Challenge podcast, where we talk about the whole truth and nothing but the truth in regards to adulthood, mental health, and relationships. We're back with another episode on today, and let me tell y'all, we hungry as shit. Okay,
she said on today.
We were supposed to eat like 3 hours ago. We over here burping.
So sorry.
Slurping.
Sniffling. My mama taught me better than this.
It's okay though. Because that's what we come up here to do.
Because it's chicken.
It's 4th of July. And we tearing it up over here.
Are you gonna
So I'm gonna do a random would you rather question.
These are all unknown to us.
Yes, these are unknown to everybody else. I picked these because I want everybody's honest reaction and response. Okay. First question. We're probably only gonna do one because we be on these for a hot minute. Would you rather wear the same clothes to school every day or have your parents pick out your outfit every day?
My mama can pick out my outfit.
Your mama can pick out your outfit?
My mom can pick out my outfit.
Y'all don't want to wear the same thing every day?
Nope.
No, you don't like that?
It's a damn uniform.
Okay. Do y'all what kind of style do your parents have? Like,
my mama has the wild colors and everything somewhat coordinated, but you got a consensus of what's happening. But it's wild and it's bright. Got some sparkles, might have some stuff on it.
bedazzle? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mama can dress. She can dress pretty well. Sometimes like the little tight, printed tights that nobody wear no more. She like wearing those, so I'm like, okay. But she can dress. Other than that,
Okay.
she can do a little something.
My mom is very like comfy casual, so she's very much like workout outfit. Like that's her outfit.
Jogging suit.
Yeah, like a jogging suit. You know, back in the day, I don't know what they're called, but you know the swish outfits.
The K-Swiss? The windbreakers.
Windbreakers. That's what it is. But you know, you put it on
I'm dead.
and you like and people can hear you coming. And back in the day, that was her outfit, but now, it's like a Nike outfit or something, and like a hat. So yeah, I think I let my mama pick out. My mom also knows like my style also, so I feel like she'll try to like pick something that she feel like I would wear, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You feel me? Because sometimes she picks something, she be like, "That's cute," and then I look at it, I be like,
It's alright. You like it? I love it.
"Yeah, which is a running joke between us. Like she'll put something up, she'll be like, "This cute, ain't it?" I'll be like, and then we'll start laughing because we know it's just like a complete fail. But yeah, did your mom have like a style, or like your parents, where you would want them to pick out your outfits? No, it's the face.
You would wear the same thing every day?
No, I don't let my mama pick me out my outfit.
Okay.
Yeah, my mama.
True.
My mama can pick me out an outfit. She don't got no taste, but it's
Oh
okay.
dang.
It's okay, It's the thought that counts, right?
Okay.
And it's the I don't want to be in those stinky, funky clothes another day.
Right.
That counts.
Because what you're not going to do is wash some clothes every day. Because you chose
That's a
to
lot
wear
of
them.
That is a lot of work.
You're not going to wash them. You
Yeah.
chose to wear it instead of letting me pick
I
out
can
your
go to
outfit.
the Jordan River and dip the clothes and then hang them on.
Why hey, I love biblical.
The fact that I was just talking
They
about
be funny.
the Jordan River this morning because it was a song they made me sing solo at church.
They did?
My stepmom.
When was
And
that?
it was the River Jordan. This was a long time ago. I was like,
Well, I thought this was recently. I'm about to say,
I thought that was today, and I was like, huh?
no,
I'm trying to
I'm
say-
not gonna get up there.
you just skipped right over that.
I was gonna say when that happened because I didn't know either. But then when you said
Hope City, you got to audition and all of that to get up there. They want you to be able to sing. You can't sing, you got to sing.
Yeah, but it's nice.
I can't sing.
Okay.
I can sing, I can't
I feel
sing.
What you feel like you'll be looking like if your mama picked out your clothes?
Oh. My mom like is the one that like picks out really weird stuff. Like you think that it's really weird, and then she wears it and you're like,
Yeah.
It's
I
kind
want to
of
wear
weird.
that.
Yeah.
But my thing is like my mom like has confidence in what she's wearing, so like you got to wear confidence. If Tanya's gonna dress you, you gotta wear confidence.
Fine. That's your mama's name? Okay.
Come on, Tanya.
All right.
I feel
Strong name. I like it. Strong
So our topic for today, obviously, is going to be like a question for everyone to answer about what we feel like is considered success or not. So the first question is, how should you measure success, or how should success be measured? I know most of the time, especially in like mainstream society, it's more so of how much money you have, or maybe your career position, or I don't know how many friends you got, random stuff like that.
I think it's like personal, because like my personal goal might be different from somebody else's. So they can look at me like, oh, she ain't got no money or blah blah blah, but in my not saying they got no money, but you know how like a wealthy person can look at us and be like, they're not successful, but in our heads we're successful because we're where we want to be, you know?
Right.
I don't think it's, what's the word for it? It's subjective. It's not like
It is very subjective.
everybody has the same goal for us. No, it's different for everybody.
All right. So you feel like with our generation that we are, because we're coming away from like mainstream ideas a lot, that we're kind of going against the grain of what success has been considered as, because I think that for our generation, for the most part, like we know that we want to make a certain amount in those other things, but I feel like for us, and anybody else correct me if you feel differently, for us success is like actually just simply being happy.
Yeah.
And being surrounded by people that make you happy, or doing things that actually make you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like our parents probably be like, oh, you need to have a good job, you need to have a big house. But us, it's like, I can live in my apartment and be as happy as I can be because it's mine. I don't work for nobody. You know, I feel like it's more personal rather than like, what's the word? Materialistic. Like our success is more personal than materialistic. If that makes any sense. Probably don't.
No, it does. So what makes everybody, oh, go ahead. I was gonna ask, what makes everybody feel successful like currently? Or do you feel successful?
I feel like finishing school for me would be my success. Cause like, I'm ready to be all done. But like once I get my master's and I'm done, I feel like that'll be the level of success. And then my next level would be like opening my own practice. So I think it's just like every couple of years I think it changes. Because that's my goal right now, is to just finish school and find a job in that field versus doing what I'm doing now.
What do you think will be the best period of your entire life? It's like it's a very broad question, but
I feel like mine is when I like, not even going back to education, but also going back. Like once I'm done, like even if I do go back after
these babies, they so tired. Wait a minute, pause. Okay, pause. We have been in school since we were 4 years old. The moment they said you are old enough and cognitively able, you're gonna be in school. And then you go to school for 12 years just to find out you gotta do some more school just so you don't have to work at McDonald's. And then you get that degree for another 4 years. So that's 16 years now you've been in school. Just so you can also then find out that you got that, but now you can't really make the money that you want to make with that degree because nobody really gives a shit about that one either. Just to find out you gotta go back again for maybe another 2 to 3 years. That's 19. That's 19 years. Bitch, we've been in school for almost 20 years.
Only
That's
been
two whole
alive
decades.
26.
That's 2 whole decades. So to hear
we've been
y'all
in
talk
this
about
decade.
school, like I get it, because it's like, bro, we've been, not me. Y'all been doing this junk y'all whole life. Like once I got done, even when I finished undergrad, I was like, I don't think I wanted to do that. I'm like, because everybody made me go to school because everybody was like, you need to go to school and blah blah blah. I mean, it was a good experience, but
Honestly though, if I could become a LPC, if I could have my license to counsel without going to school, I would not be in school. But unfortunately, I can't get that license or that certification until I finish a master's program. So here we go. Miserable as shit. Here we are.
legit.
We're almost done though. We are almost done. It's our last year.
Look into
Damn.
oblivion. Wow. Okay, try again. I swear they're getting their masters. I get my 5, but oh my god.
Here's the fact that my hand wasn't even moving and you missed my whole
Do it again.
Come on, bro. Sorry.
I'm about to say, because Sierra wasn't looking. Sierra just had her.
I did.
Sierra was like,
Well, it's alright. But back to the question, like my success is when I'm like, when I have my license to counsel, I got my own practice. I don't have to wake up and work.
all right. Jill had to go. It's 4th of July, so you know you gotta go see family and all that jazz. But
And then there's us.
Your most.
what you forgot? I forget.
Your
Oh,
most.
my most. Okay. When I feel like I hit success is when I am working for myself. I can make my own schedule, got my own office. I'm not reporting to anybody or having to have anybody report to me because I don't think I can do that. Managing stuff again, no. But that's just like, that's it. Like I just want to be my own boss, to be able to travel without having to use PTO or having to like discuss me leaving with anybody. I just want to just
Get out.
I'm out. So yeah, I think my success would be finally like finishing school, getting my degree and my license, and just being my own boss. Like that's it.
Legit. Yeah.
That's it.
You was in there. I don't know where y'all was at. I was going on the rant. Was actually in the cab.
Oh yeah.
I did a rant with y'all too. Yeah, I'm done with like corporate America. Like that junk really pisses me off. Like I want to do my own junk, make my own schedule, like you said, give my own self a promotion, make my own vacation time, like just do my own junk, so I can do, and then make the impact that I feel like I know that I can have, which I feel like I can now, but not to the capacity that I want to, because everything is up to everybody else above me. Like, it's not really anything that I guess that I could do to be like, hey, I can do this and I can do this, and my ideas can be used here and here and here. Like, it's always gonna be up to somebody else to determine, am I good enough for your ideas to be here and there, or for you to do A, B, C, and D. And I don't like that. That's too much control over my life, over my freedom, over my purpose. Like, I don't have time for that. I want to do my own jump, something that I'm happy doing and that I can find success in. Like, so they can leave me alone. Corporate American can kiss my ass. Anybody else? Oh, I didn't even answer the question. I'll answer it and y'all can go. What do you feel like the most successful point in your life will be? Yeah, like you said, like just having my own everything, not having to depend on anybody for anything, for nothing. Success for me, like in the future, like I definitely see myself, I don't want to go too much into detail, but expanding this as much as I possibly can, because I feel like when I'm in my zone and I'm doing what I'm doing, like there are infinite possibilities, and literally everything else is up to me, and then I won't have anybody else to blame except for me, which then will push me even further, because it's like, bro, nobody's holding you back but you. So I feel like to get there, once again, the journey being success within itself, because I have to set my mind up and set myself up to fit that role when I get there, because I could possibly have all the tools that I need to get where I want to be, but still be not mature enough, or like underdeveloped, like mentally, like just not ready. You know how people, they be broken and they win the lottery and then they don't have no money? Like, you are mentally ready for that. So I feel like success in being mentally ready to have what I know I can get, or what I can create for myself, just creating the life that I want for myself.
I think at the end of the day, I think that like we are, especially in this like stage of our lives, like we're all in our 20s, and I think that we're in a stage of our life where, you know, like obviously high school was a long time ago, but we were still living with parents. College, I think that for a lot of people going through college and stuff like that, it's your first taste of independence. and you know you're doing things on your own, but some people may not have any support from their parents and like they're doing it by themselves, or some people have a little bit or like a lot of parental support. So like you're like stage, what you thought would be your stage of independence is still like questionable in like college. And whenever you get out into the real world, you're like, oh shit, I'm actually like, I'm in this.
Yeah.
You get out into the real world after you graduate, and you're like, I just put in all this time and effort, and I still can't do X, Y, and Z alone.
Right.
And so I think that we were going through a stage of life in college and in high school of like, whenever I'm done with this, I will be this. Whenever I'm done with this, I will be this. And in reality, that just keeps getting pushed further and further back, because like we already talked about, it's like once you finally try and you're done with your undergrad, you get out into the world, you're really not making anything, because now people expect you to go out and get a master's. And then you gotta sit through X amount and still be, you know, potentially living with a roommate, or potentially doing, you know, like you don't have the freedom to say like, well, I can either go get all my groceries for the week, or like I also really want to go out with my friends. Like you don't have the control that you want to have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it all kind of comes back to control, and like our measure of success is whenever we can actually control the things that happen in our own minds.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
You don't have to make those choices. You don't have to make the choice to go
You don't-
out and go
yeah.
grocery. You can do it
Well,
all, right? You're able to do that. I get
Yeah, like having like that financial freedom, but also in a sense like a spiritual freedom. Like I think that my success is whenever I am like completely 110% confident in myself, and I don't make decisions based off of like anxiety and all of that, and so I'm making it for myself. I know I'm doing it for myself, and being able to also have self-worth. Like I just want a desk. I want a desk in an office, and that will be the day.
that you can decorate.
There it is.
Yeah,
Eureka.
That's hard though, having confidence.
That was
Um,
it was polar opposite, but
That's fine. Well, I think it's all intertwined, because when you're trying to accomplish a goal or like get somewhere, you have to have the confidence and self-esteem that you can even do it.
right.
Which I think is difficult, because first of all, that type of introspection and that type of I don't even know another word, but it's hard because for one, it's not something that you actively see other people doing all the time. Like it's just something that you have to figure out and do within yourself. It's not like school where you see everybody going to school and you see them signing up for classes, or you see everybody applying for a certain job and you see like there's an example. Like there's not many examples like just every day where you actively see somebody trying to be better and get in a better mindset, because all of that is like internalized. Like you have to have that confidence within yourself, like okay, I can finish my classes and I can get good grades, and I do have the strength and the not awareness, but just like I have the bandwidth to actually study and like get up for my classes and do like I have to have the energy and talk myself up and be like, okay, I can do this. But we don't see everybody doing that, obviously, because again, it's internalized. You just see everybody doing it.
I think it's also, in a sense, it's not a socially accepted norm for you to talk about your like self-confidence in a sense.
Right.
Like if you talk about how you have too much self-confidence or whatever, then it's like, all right, well, you've got a big ego.
Yeah.
Or, you know, versus like, no, I've worked hard and I've like tried to do all of these things, and I do deserve it because I do have the strength to get through it, and I do have the strength to, you know, get to where I want to be.
Right.
I think my most successful moment in life. What was the question?
But why I was like, I don't think she remembers.
I don't. I was trying to
Wait
make
and
it.
see what she.
I was trying to make it make sense. I was gonna make it.
I like that you were trying. You were. I like.
I
I
was
tried.
The fact that I was like, you gonna help me out?
We ain't shit.
You ain't shit. She gonna sit here and let me struggle.
I like how you
I
tried.
already can't even breathe. And I'm gonna sit there and just look at me.
That's so funny.
You just like started like the sentence like you're like I got
You were
this.
so
And
confident.
I said, this girl knows what she's talking about. Actually,
The question was like, where? What do you?
When you go with this question.
yeah, but she started it. I was like, I was gonna say.
Where? ¿Dónde estás?
Wait, the fact that I also is not gonna.
I thought I knew it. If you don't know,
Yeah.
let me try it. It was like, when did you feel?
This is not the dear
You started off with where?
Where in your life did you feel that you
When
were
or where?
When?
Where? That bitch said.
Who?
That bitch said word.
All done.
When in your life, there we go, did you feel like, when did, fuck.
When did you or when will you feel the
Right.
most success in your life?
There you go.
The most success in my life, I will feel.
We're gonna look back at this and be like, that wasn't even a question. That was
I'm
never worded that
gonna let it
way.
roll. Let's keep it going. though.
When in my life?
All right.
Started with
So here we go. Try this for the 5th time. I think the moment or time where I would feel most successful is I feel like it's right now. Like for the time being, I feel like my most successful moment is right now because of the plan that I've kind of created for like my career, my just overall wealth and health and just life. I feel like this is successful for me because like being in school, being in a good place with like friends, just like paying bills and like looking at trips and just like it's successful, and also coming out of a relationship. I feel like this is my most successful because being in a long-term relationship, it was just like planning for each other, and now like I'm planning for myself, and sometimes it's sad, but I feel like I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, yes, you thought you were looking out for yourself during the relationship, but now you're like solely on yourself. Like you don't have that other person to keep you accountable for both of you. It's like you are on you and your family and your friends. Like they help mold that into a better situation. So you're thriving off of a multitude of people instead of just that one person. And so when I do have a person or that relationship comes back, or if I do find another person, it's like I looked out for myself and I thrived on my own recognizance. Like it was just Sierra. Like, Sierra made it through school. Sierra created her dream house and her car and her, it wasn't, and not saying that I wouldn't love to do that in a relationship because I planned for it,
Right.
but that's just the way the cookie crumbled, and it's just like, okay, let's just reset. We're gonna end this year awesome because guess what? You have a master's degree. A lot of people don't have master's degrees.
Right.
You are in a career where you love. Like I love working with kids. I work hard and get to my education and get certificates and do my hours so that I can be better and I can be that one teacher the child remembers. Like I Miss Sierra, Miss Whoever, Miss Era, whatever, because I got about 30 different names. They just mess up my name. But it's just, this is my most successful, like right now is my most successful moment. Like, I feel like this is just, right now, at this very moment, I'm going to take that W and I'm going to say that this is it because I'm going towards a goal and I love the goal that I'm going towards and I feel confident in the goal that I'm going towards and I'm be happy and I can create so many other things within this one goal, which is just getting my education and becoming a BCBA. Like, that is just everything right now, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the people I've met in this. So it's just like, and it's only been like 3 months, which is the crazy part. You don't even realize it's been 3 months. Like,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, well, maybe 4, but like 3 we started all hanging out. And it's just like,
I love it.
you would never know.
Yeah.
But I love how the things have come to pass. And I believe that God's plan is always the best plan, and He knows what He's doing. And so, you know, it's just, it was a lot of transitions that February, March. It was a lot of transitions, and I wasn't doing good, but it's fine. We're good. We're good now.
Oh, it's low.
It's good. But the transitions they happen for a reason.
Yeah.
So I trust in that reason, and I see the vision that is like coming to pass. It's like things are happening for the best.
Yeah. I think when you said like the successes now, I think sometimes and somebody else has already said this, sometimes we're so focused on where we're trying to get to that we're not realizing like we are where we wanted to be like 2 or 3 years ago. Like you're in that place now, like you said, like you're in a career that you love, and you've made friendships, and you've grown as a person, and you've gained your sense of independence and all the things like that. So I think a part of that, us living in the moment more, because we are so, I think we all are so goal driven, and we're always working towards something instead of sitting in where we are, which obviously is difficult because again it's always like forward thinking, but also I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I'm the type of person that I just now started like celebrating myself and like the things that I have accomplished. Like if I do something, if I like when I graduated from college, like I really wasn't that impressed. I was like, okay, me and 200 of y'all, like, but it's still like, but bro, you still did it. Like, be happy about that, be excited about that. So I guess as of now, like I could say, I'm even struggling saying it right now. It's like, well, you're not successful, but yeah. Successful in doing the podcast. I would have never thought I would still be doing this. I started doing this in like, what was that, 2019? The way my inconsistency is set up, I would have been like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it past like 3 months doing this, but still doing that, and then doing the calendar, and then the life coaching jump, and then just I was trying to get to the next thing. So it's like, if I could be more present of like where I am, I think that would help me kind of like settle into myself, and like how you was talking about like settle into that self-confidence, because if we look at what we've actually accomplished and be like, wow, you did that, like you're saying, give yourself credit, like reward yourself, like I made that happen, like I did that for myself, like this is something that I wanted and it's manifested now, like I did that. And you can kind of settle into that confidence, like if I did this, I can also do this, or whatever baby steps in between for me to get to like the next phase of my life. I feel like y'all all have said, we're all successful in our own right, and we figured that out up until this point. And I think we're on that journey once again of figuring out who we are, who we don't want to be, and who we do want to be. We're thinking very carefully about how we get the things that we get, and why we have it. Not for people, not because our parents said or this person, but it's like, I actually want this for myself, and I worked hard to get it. And it's not necessarily the material thing that makes us feel successful, but the journey into which we got there that makes us feel successful, because only we could have taken that journey and done that work.
I like how y'all like mentioned to be able to notice the success that you have now, because I am not that individual. I don't never sit down and be like, oh, I got my own place by myself, got my car, you know, I don't ask anybody or anything. I don't never do that, like ever. I'm always like, what's the next thing I need to do?
I think it's really difficult, because whenever I was going through like really tough like patches, and I was like just had gotten antidepressants and I was like starting to realize like where I was, I would lay down at night and think about like 10 things that happened that day that I was so happy about. And like the first things that I would, or like that I'm grateful for and stuff like that. So like it would, first thing would always be like, you know, my family's healthy, friends are healthy, I'm healthy. And then, you know, it rained today, but I like the rain. I don't like, it's just like the super small stuff. And I have a book that I love, and like the thing that stands out to me all the time from that book that I always remember is like, you are going to see what you want to see in your environment. So you're gonna either focus on the yellows in the room, and you can walk into a room, you can see everything that's yellow, but then you miss what's blue, and you missed what was green, and you missed all the red things that were actually in the room. And like that kind of goes into just you're going to get out of your environment what you put into it.
Right.
You know.
Agreed. This has been another episode of the Truth Challenge podcast. You will see clips. You can find this on iTunes, Google Podcasts, and what's that other junk? Spotify.
All the places that
And Apple.
All the places that you can listen to a podcast, you can find me. Truth Challenge. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out. It was so funny. This guy was in the car. She said, I thought this baby was choking. She said, I said, you all right? She's like, I couldn't breathe through my nose. She said, usually one side be open, but none was open.
They were both closed.
So I had to
was
breathe
like,
through my mouth. Oh, that joke was funny. That baby was over there dying. Oh, that was hilarious. All right.
Hot dog, hot
You
dog,
thirsty.
hot dog. Right. Like, I done had 2 fucking cups.
Bam, 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 bam. Hot dog.
This is what happens to our kids.
Hot dog.
You're singing.
Hot dog. And like when I first moved to Florida, I told my mom, I was like, I'm not making friends. I'm not blah blah blah. And she's like, stop saying that. Stop doing. And then when I made friends, but I hadn't known them long, I told them we was all eating together, and they were. One of them was asking like, how do we feel about each other's friendship? And I was like, we're not friends. The whole table was like, ma'am. Mom was like, stop just telling people that you're not their friend. I was like, we not friends. I known y'all 2 weeks. But it's like, you gotta give up.
After meeting you.
I told them babies the same thing. So I was like, we're not friends. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell y'all.
What are
But
we?
no, we friends.
Chocolate liver. We gonna harmonize.
No.
We ain't friends.
Oh my God.
Okay.
She said, y'all said nice. Y'all can sing. Y'all just can't harmonize. All right, Tamia.
But okay,
We gonna let it go.
besides that, no, you're not. But besides that,
We're gonna move on. We're gonna be better.
We gonna move on real smooth.
I don't like that.
Okay, so we're not friends.
We are
Not
friends.
friends.
We're
Yes,
getting
we.
beat up.
No, y'all not. I'm a changed person. I am new. I'm born again. Okay.
What did I see? You better.
You're not gonna turn it biblical. I'm born again. Okay. Without spot or wrinkle. The Lord has washed me and made me clean, white as snow. Purged me with hyssop.
Yes, come on.
God.
Come on.
You know the scriptures.
You can ask.
Listen. Anyways, so yeah,